All right, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to share some new information after Ryan Garcia was not suspended for the use of PEDs. Devin Haney, lawyers are claiming, this is word on the street, that they are not giving them access to the information that they need to have and are calling out corruption. At the same time, there is a big push for an investigation into Devin Haney himself and Victor Conte. People are predicting a backlash for some shenanigans. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in drama land, and the drama is the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney saga. One guy got his butt whooped, and the other guy felt, one guy got his butt whooped, and the other guy got suspended. And it's all the story behind that. And it has gotten to the point of being truly comedic and scandalous at the same time. And maybe at the end of this, some good is going to come out of this, because there is nothing but a bunch of talk about a bunch of lawyers looking at both people. Who would have thought? Crying corruption. Devin is claiming corruption. Ryan is claiming corruption. You've got attorneys getting paydays. And this time, Devin, according to word on the street from I got inside sources, is claiming that his lawyers are not being given access to the transcripts of the conversations that led to the very light suspension for a non-PED related issue of Ryan Garcia. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia is saying we need to investigate Victor Conte and Devin Haney and understand how it is that this man is losing 40 pounds very quickly for a fight, having a fight and keeping his endurance, and then weighing in, then blowing up 30 pounds the next day, but yet keeping all of his endurance, keeping all of his strength, despite this rapid weight fluctuations that people don't understand. Now, before I get into the details of both of these things, because it will be fun, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. It really makes a huge, huge difference to the channel. But let's get into this because, yeah, why not? So, first and foremost, I want to be very, very clear. Ryan Garcia was suspended for violating the New York State Athletic Commission's rules. The rule that they suspended him for was failure to notify their physicians, commissioned physicians, of medicines and supplements that he took before the fight. As a result, he was suspended for 1 year from the date of the test, the last test. He was ordered to pay $10,000 to the New York State Athletic Commission. And he had to forfeit to his promoter $1 million that he received in the purse for his fight. $1 million. Now, what he was not suspended for was the actual use of a banned substance. You can not like that. You can think it is just a plea deal, as if plea deals are not real. And as if people don't enter plea deals for the benefit of both sides. Sometimes plea deals are entered into because the state doesn't believe that they have a strong case. Not just because they don't want to spend the money. State does not have a problem spending money on a boxing hearing. It's not that expensive. But whatever. The fact of the matter is, because you know the saying, we have our rights to our opinion. You don't have the rights to your own facts. The fact is, that's what happened. So it has come to my attention that Devin Haney is upset and his lawyers are upset that he did not have access to the transcripts of that meeting. And therefore, he is calling corruption. I have to explain this to people all the time. Devin Haney is not a party to the issue. By that, I mean, this is between Ryan Garcia and the state of New York. It is not between Ryan Garcia, the state of New York, and Devin Haney, because Devin Haney is not the one that violated New York State Athletic Commission's rules. So he is not in the position of Ryan Garcia, and Devin and Ryan Garcia did not violate Devin's rules. So he is not in the position of the New York State Athletic Commission. So if you understand how these things work, similar to when you get accused of a crime by the state, you may get accused of a crime by somebody catches you mugging somebody, and a police officer runs up and arrests you. You are the victim of a crime, but that particular proceeding is the guy that mugged you is named John Doe. It is called the state of Alabama versus John Doe. It is the state because you are violating state laws. Now, if you have a civil suit, if that you sue that particular person for a civil issue, then it is between you and them. This is not civil. This is the state. So Devin Haney does not get any extra access that is not due to any citizen, because it is the state of New York, the people of New York, defending the laws of New York, of which Devin, even if he lived there, would be a citizen. So if Devin was a citizen, then it would be the state representing Devin. But Devin does not get the information that any other citizen wouldn't get. So you guys can stop all that. Now, the wild thing is, though, that Devin, who is kind of feeding off of Ryan, is kind of feeding off some YouTube videos out there, is basically saying, hey, man, we want an investigation into Devin. And we need to understand what the relationship is between Victor Conte, Devin, and Vada. Because over the course of this, Devin Haney, number one, Victor Conte is on tape saying that there are ways to get around tests, that he has the ability to create new substances that violate the letter of the spirit of the drug testing laws, which is to give performance enhancing benefits to people that on things that have not yet being tested for. So they want to know how it is that Devin is gaining all this weight in between fights, because if you see pictures of him, to say that he ain't gaining 30 pounds, 40 pounds over that weight is bananas, because he's gaining 25 pounds in between the time he weighs in and the time of the second day weigh-in. And then he's in the ring at a slightly higher weight than that, I would suppose. And then 2 days later, he looks like he put on 30 pounds of water in between after the fight itself. So if you look at what he looks like when he weighs in, which is a skeleton, and what he looks like when he's walking around on the street, which is significantly bigger with a full face, almost looks like even a rounded stomach a little bit. How is this taking place? Now, there's also other aspects of it, which is Victor Conte really creating these new chemical compounds, or is there some relationship between Victor Conte and Vada or Wada or whoever the testing agencies are that allows him to know when the tests are going to be administered and to know specifically when to cycle on and cycle off fighters? Because that is what Bill Haney, the father of Devin Haney, said that he hired him for. He said he brought on Victor Conte to know how people cheat, how to cycle on, how to cycle off. And he said it for the purpose of catching other people. Victor Conte's not in the business of catching other people, is he? If all he's doing is providing you supplements, and if all he's doing is providing you supplements, why do you need to know when you're cycling on and when you're cycling off? And do not act like people are beyond, that there's any fighter that is beyond suspicion when it comes to performance enhancers, because it is rampant in the sport by everybody's testimony. So this whole thing to me has really shed some light on Vada. And I've said this before, this is my opinion part of this. If I am fighting, my own personal opinion, if I was fighting somebody that was represented by Victor Conte, I would not use Vada testing. I would, without a doubt, require USADA, require just straight WADA, whatever it is. I would not allow him to do that, because if Vada is doing it and Vada is scheduling the tests, and WADA is collecting the tests both for Vada and, say, the New York State Athletic Commission for their testing, how do you know he's not going to know the scheduling of all of this? As if there couldn't be coordination of the testing schedules between the multiple parties that are doing the testing, which would alert Vada to when they're going down. And there's, according to the people that have been doing reports on it, there's all kind of loopholes in the collection of those vials. And the more vials that are being collected by more organizations, the more chances there are to tap into that. It's just amazing how the very nature of testing itself is being questioned as a result of this. And shout out to Blood Boxing, who's been doing videos on years about this thing, about how the testing and the testing agents, the people that are out there actually going out there and collecting it, how they have been how they could be very easily compromised by people with a lot of money in their pocket at that time. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.